Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're back doing our picks for this week 1, and I'm excited. I try to do this every year, but I never fall through. Hopefully, this year I can fall through. I do feel really, you know, productive recently, so I feel good. Uh, I'm excited. I don't really have much to say. Let's just get straight into it, to be honest. First game, I don't know why they changed it. I don't know how you can change it, but it used to be different. Didn't go by like it wasn't ordered like this, but whatever. So another first game right here is the Cowboys Eagles, which is today at 5:20. I believe the spread is 8.5, favoring the Eagles, which is obvious. Um, Off season, realistically, I don't think the Eagles got better. They lost a few guys. Um, I mean they didn't lose a few guys, but I mean, they're the Eagles. They're the Super Bowl champs. They're the same team, kind of. That's just what they remind me of. Cowboys. Obviously they lost Micah Parsons recently. Um, they picked up George Pickens, so their wide receiver room is a lot better. We just got to see how Dak can really get the ball to these players. Nothing really special with the Cowboys, to be honest with you. Eagles being at home, they definitely take this dub today. For the score though, I'm gonna go 33 to. I think they cover the spread here and win by 13, so I'm gonna go 20-33 in favor of the Eagles today. And the next game will be on this Friday, which is the Chiefs versus the Chargers in Brazil. Honestly, um, Chiefs I think are favorite. They're favorited minus 3.5. I like the Chargers here. We'll see how Najee plays. Marion Hampton, he's gonna play good. I want to see how they operate the run game. Um, might just be like the Steelers last year, and kind of that dual back. But we'll see how Najee's playing. Um, they got Keenan Allen back. He's back on the Chargers, right? Wide receiver room did get a little scary. They lost a few pieces there. Defense, lost Joey Bosa. The team has definitely declined since last year, arguably. This is a really tough game. It's in Brazil. Chiefs, on the other hand, nothing really special going on with the Chiefs. They're kind of just the same team. Division rival game. I'm gonna take a shot here and go with the Chargers in an upset. This game's gonna be really close. I would probably take. Well, if I think the Chargers are gonna win, they're obviously gonna cover the plus 3.5. So I think this game will be a lower scoring game. I'm gonna go with 24-21. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good score line right there. That's a risky pick, but we're gonna go with that. And then the next game we have is the Steelers and the Jets. This is a weird game, right? Because, we got Aaron Rodgers versus his previous team, and we have Justin Fields versus his previous team as well. Um, Steelers got DK Metcalf, got some few pieces. They had a really good draft, I feel like, as well. Um, their team looks pretty solid. The Jets, they got Justin Fields. Their defense is always pretty good. Offense, Garrett Wilson. See how he is this season. See if Justin Fields can actually get him the ball. That's really the key. This is a little bit of a rivalry. I wonder if, Justin Fields is playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, could be the possibility. I'm still going to take the Steelers here. I think this will be a defensive, close battled game, though. I'm going to go ahead and take 20-16. I think it'll be a really close game. I think it'll be really close. Really close. Next game, we got the Dolphins and Colts. This is another division game. And to be honest with you, this is a really tough game. This is a really hard pick here. Got the Colts that obviously they bench Anthony Richardson as they put him as the second backup, and they are starting Daniel Jones. So I like Daniel Jones. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's just been put in bad situations. Colts though, overall, other than quarterback, have um, gotten way more pieces this year. They look better overall. Their defense is good. Um, their offense, it's kind of the same team, but they have improved, I believe, over the last few years for sure. Dolphins, on the other hand, man, Tua, he's just so he's good. Like Tua is good, but he has games where you're like, dude, he's not good. You know what I mean? So I don't really trust them a lot. The Colts are at home. I'm gonna favor them in this in another kind of, I wouldn't say low scoring, but I think this will also be a close game. In terms of the Colts offense, I think they can put up 28 points here, and then I'm gonna take the Dolphins with 23. 23. We're gonna go 23-28 Colts. I think it'll be a barely win. I think they'll get lucky, maybe. They'll have more of the luck on their side, but I'm gonna take the Colts in a risky one. Um, Next game we got the Bengals and the Browns. This is a weird game here. 40-year-old Joe Flacco, um, with honestly Jerry Jeudy. I really don't like their team. Jerome Ford, I don't know if Quinshon Judkins is playing because he's had so much troubles. I don't even think he's on the team, is he? I don't even know, but not really anything interesting with the team. Obviously they have Myles Garrett. He came back with his contract extension. Their defense is always pretty good. Bengals though, they are just, Bengals, they always start off really slow. They do. They are always 0-3. They're always 0-2 at the start of the season. I think they know that they need to start off hot, and I'm going to take the Bengals here in a offensive 35-point game. I think the Browns will score a few touchdowns. I don't think it's going to be enough though. I'm going to go with 24-35 in favor of the Bengals here. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. We'll see though. Next is my Raiders versus the Patriots. Battle of the mid. Key things about this game is we got to see how Drake May is going to play. Got Stephon Diggs in the offseason. Defense is always pretty solid as well. It's another team that has good defense. But for the Raiders, we got to see how their run game is. That's really how you can pinpoint how their season's going to go, is how if they can run the ball. Gentry, I feel like he doesn't want to let people down. I think he will have a good season. I do think they're going to play him though, like they played him in college, in the later later in his career. They know we're going to try to run the ball with him in certain situations, so stacking the box and stuff like that will happen. We got to see how he plays though. I still feel confident though. Issues is our wide receiver core. I don't know if Jacoby Myers is going to play because of the contract, no contract extension. So we do lose him there. Still have Jack Besh, Dante Thornton. We got to see how he plays this game as well. I think he'll get a few catches. Brock Bowers, obviously the best tight end in the league. Just signed Amari Cooper, which could be mediocre. Just who knows. Honestly, though, and this is no bias, but I'm going to take the Raiders here, as I think they have a better overall squad. Would I be surprised if the Patriots win this game? Not really. I'm going to go with a weird scoreline here and go with... I feel like there's going to be a lot of field goals this game. I'm going to go with 23. Patriots, I think, still get some scores. I think it's 23-16. I'm in favor of the Raiders. It's going to be a weird one. The Patriots are going to have a minute to go down the field and score, and they're going to throw a pick, and that's just what's going to happen. That's what the Patriots really do for some reason, past few years. So we're going to take that. Titans, Broncos. Just give me the Broncos here. Let's make it short and simple. They're at home, elevation, and I mean, the Titans are in shambles. I'm sorry to say. I don't think the Titans will be as bad as what people anticipate them to be, but I don't think they win this game against a good-looking Broncos team. Bo Nix showed showed a lot of light in his rookie season. I think he continues that. I think he has an even better season, and I think he leads this team to win over the Titans. I think it's a brutal beating. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think it's going to be 32. I think they maybe score one touchdown, two field goals. I'm going to go 32-13. I think it's going to be a blowout, to be honest with you. Next game, Ravens, Bills. This is the game of the week, in my opinion. You got the two teams that have always played each other in the regular season, and it kind of bounces back and forth with who wins. Bills, I think, are on the more favorable side, at least with Josh Allen on their team. They do tend to beat the Ravens more, I think. Honestly, the Bills, they got better. They did get better. Defensively, they got better. I personally believe they did lose some pieces, but I mean that Joey Bosa addition is insane. That's really crazy. Ravens. I didn't really hear much about what the Ravens really did this offseason, to be honest. I didn't hear much. Maybe I just don't pay attention enough, but my gut's telling me to pick the Bills here. Usually these two teams score fairly a lot when they play each other. I think it'll be another good battle game. Both teams are scoring. I'm going to take the Bills 30 and the Ravens. I think this will be a really close game. I'm going to go 30-27. Maybe they win by a field goal. That's what I'm going to say. I think a field goal is good. Probably late in the game. But we'll see. Next game, we got the Panthers and the Jaguars. This is the battle of the two suckiest teams in the league, basically. I think the Panthers will have a decent season. I think Bryce Young will show a lot of people that he is capable of being an elite quarterback. The offensive line is an issue. The Jags, on the other hand, Trevor Lawrence, he's not a bad QB. He just has he didn't have a good season last year. He might have been injured too, most of it. I don't remember, but obviously the addition of Travis Hunter, I don't really think that's going to do much for the team, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see what Brian Robinson is going to do this season. See if Travis Etienne can bounce back this year. I'm going to go with the Jags here in a slight underscoring victory. I'm going to go with 21-17. Just a close game, but the Jags inch it out with scoring 3 touchdowns. Panthers score 2, but then they only get a field goal on the rest, so I'm going to go with that. Texans, Rams. This is another really good game that can show us what the season's going to be about. Got to see if CJ Stroud's elite. Got to see if Nick Chubb is good. Got to see, the Texans defense is always good. With DeMeco Ryans as their coach, their defense is always going to be elite. The Rams, on the other hand, defense is kind of lackluster. So that's an issue. Offensively, you have a 38, 39-year-old Matt Stafford. I like the running back room, Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. Wide receiver wise, they have Puka Nacua and they have Devontae Adams as their wide receivers. I can't believe I just did that. But regardless of anything, I'm gonna go ahead here and take the Texans. Better defense. I feel like they have a better, you could argue, better run game. We gotta see what Nick Chubb is, but I just don't trust Matt Stafford. I'm sorry. Devontae Adams is washed. He's not good. We'll see though. Honestly, it all plans out how it plans out. I think this will be another lower end scoring game. I'm gonna go with 23-20, a close one. Like I said, I don't know. I just feel like their team is a little bit better orchestrated. You could argue. I wouldn't be mad if the Rams win. I could see that, but I'm just gonna go with what I think, and I'm gonna pick the Texans. Next game, Cardinals Saints. This is a weird game. This is really weird. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Cardinals though, just off of experience. I don't trust Spencer Rattler. I gotta see a game from him that is telling of he can really do this and can operate an offense. Their defense is okay. Cardinals defense is was the worst last year. Um, I don't know if they really got better. I didn't see much news about them, to be honest with you, but I just like their chances. I think they're a better offensive team. I think that's what it comes down to this game, since both teams are kind of mediocre defensively. Saints were not good on defense last year at all. Um, so I think this will be a high scoring game. I'm gonna go 33 Cardinals and 20. I'm gonna say 26. We're gonna make it a weird number. Win by a touchdown, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know if the Saints could really put together 26 points, but hey, maybe they can on the run game with Alvin Kamara. Who knows? Buccaneers and the Falcons. Michael Penix. Mm, right, he is starting, right? Michael Penix. I don't know, but to be honest, give me the Buccaneers. They always show out. They're just a good team. Baker Mayfield looks good. Um, the run game looks a lot better in recent years. Wide receiver core is also pretty good. Defense always shows out and plays really well. Have a lot of good defensive pieces. So do the Falcons. They have some decent pieces as well. Um, Decent receivers as well. I think the Buccaneers inch them out though in a high scoring Buccaneers game. We're gonna go 32. I think Falcons can put together a few good drives, but I don't think they're gonna get very much. So I'm gonna take the Buccaneers 32-23. Next game, the Giants and Commanders. We're gonna take the Commanders here. I wouldn't be surprised if Russell Wilson somehow just goes off, just because. I mean, the Giants aren't the worst team. Like they have good offensive players, and their defense has improved as well. Uh, so we'll just have to see. But I mean, the Commanders, they look strong. That team, like I thought when Terry McLaurin was gonna, you know, leave, I was gonna be like, oh shoot, this team might get a little worse. Who knows? I mean, they're still gonna be a good team, but I think that would have been a big loss on the offensive part of it. But they retain him. I think they blow him out the water. I think the Giants' defense is slept on though. They always feel like they always have decent defense. The Commanders have a really strong offense. I'm gonna go with 24 Commanders. I think Russell Wilson could put together a few good drives and maybe get him 16 and an 8-point win for the Commanders. Like I said, I could see the Commanders blowing them out. I could see the Giants barely inching in a win. You just never know. It's sports. 49ers and Seahawks. Man, this game is always a good division game. Um, it's always close. It's never one way or the other. It's such a big rivalry. You know what I mean? Um, Seahawks have Sam Darnold. Got to see if Kenneth Walker can really put anything together. Charbonnet, he might even be more of a bigger piece than him. Um, who knows if Sam Darnold doesn't play very well? Come to the end of the season, they might start Jalen Milroe. Who knows? I really liked what I saw out of him in preseason. Um, I don't know about their wide receiver. What happened with their right? Oh, I mean, they have JSN and they have whoever else, but lost DK Metcalf obviously, which I don't think was that big of a piece. I mean, he was their best receiver, arguably, uh, other than JSN, but I don't think his playstyle fit the Seahawks very well. Their defense is okay. It's not, exciting about. The 49ers, oh, I forgot. The Seahawks, they got Cooper Kupp, so they do have a better receiver room. 49ers, I really don't like their receivers, to be honest with you. I really don't. Obviously they have Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy still, George Kittle still. It's gonna be a close battle game. I don't know if I trust the Seahawks enough to really get it done, to be honest, but I think I'm gonna take them just off of the 12th man. It's gonna be in a high intensity game, low scoring in my opinion. I think it's another 23-20 game. I think it is. I think that's just how it inches out to be. Another great division game that's going to be highly electric is the Lions and Packers. Packers, they pick up Micah Parsons. That's a big pickup. I think he has an injury, though. Is he going to play? I'm not sure. But still a very good team. Lions, their team is basically the same. They didn't do much. I think the way Jared Goff plays, though, is so fundamentally right that he will inch out the win. I think that this is a really high scoring game, 35 I'm gonna say Packers get 30, 35 to 30. It's a close one, but I think a high scoring game is inbound on this one. Last game, which is this Monday, or next Monday, I should say. Vikings and the Bears. Give me the Bears. I think the Vikings. I don't trust JJ McCarthy. I don't think he is a good quarterback, to be honest with you. That may be Ohio State bias, but I don't think he really is a good quarterback, to be honest with you. I don't think Justin Jefferson will get the touches he's supposed to. Aaron Jones is washed. He's not very good. If he's even on their team anymore, I already forgot. Jordan Addison is suspended. This team is in shambles. They probably lose. Bears, I like what I see from them. You lose Keenan Allen, but you've got Roman Dunze. You know what I mean? You've got good pieces. I think you got Loveland. You got Caleb Williams looked solid in the preseason as well. They put together a few good drives. I like their defense. Give me the Bears in a tough battle, but I think they do end out with a dub. It's gonna be 27 for the Bears. I think the Vikings will probably get 20. Oh shoot. I think the Vikings get at least 20, but I think the Bears inch it out and win. Next week, I will recap or after on Tuesday I will recap and see how well I did, if my predictions were good, go over my record. I hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, these are just opinions. Like I said, if your team, if you think they're gonna win, and I'm wrong, and I miss things, hey, that happens. It's opinions, but this is what I'm going with. Hope you guys like it. I'll be back Tuesday for the recap, and then Wednesday I'll probably post the week 2 picks. And yeah, I'm out. See ya.